Hello there everyone, welcome to Corey Loses, where today we are starting a new playthrough as the New Republic on a new map. So one of the things that we are doing in the upcoming 3.3 release of Thrawn's Revenge is making it so that different era starts have different maps. So not just the starting forces being different everywhere, but the planets that are on the map will change depending on which era you started. It doesn't change between eras, but it does change based on your starting era. So in our ongoing Imperial playthrough, we've been playing in Era 1, so you've been able to see the known medium Era 1 map. In this playthrough, we're going to start in Era 4. And keep in mind, as you're watching, everything you see here is still a work in progress, but should hopefully give you an idea of where things are going with the mod. And maybe we'll find a bunch of bugs. So, we'll see. But one of the things that's been kind of discouraging for people to play later eras is that when all the planets were the same and all the territory was assigned, it ends up with, if you're starting in some of the later eras, the New Republic just had the entire galaxy. So that's one of the reasons we wanted to change it like this. But let's get started and take a look at Era 4, so Dark Empire, known galaxy medium as the New Republic. And then we'll have to do the evacuation of Coruscant. Because I don't know how many playthroughs I've done for the channel that started after Era 1. So we'll see what happens there. There is always the chance of a framework crash at some point during the playthrough. Or a save crash issue. Hopefully not. I don't know. I should probably have disabled the debugger.
Instruction options available.
Or the debug log, rather. I feel like I should do that. You know what? I'm going to do that. We'll be back in a moment, and the recording, it'll be immediate. Alright. There we go. Now, Mon Mothma, you can do your speech. Seems that Emperor Palpatine has returned and brought with him a fleet of powerful ships, including his flagship, the Eclipse. The situation is worse than we ever could have feared. Alright. So we've got the evacuation of Coruscant mission coming up in a second, but we do have a lot of new units as well. There's 4 or 5 new units that we're going to get to see. One of the things that I do for these playthroughs, though, is also give people who are Twitch subs, channel members on YouTube, or patrons on Patreon a named ship for the playthrough. So there's a link in the description if you want to see how that works. Basically, just a way for me to additionally thank the people who support the channel in that way, because otherwise I can't do this job. But we are going to go into options and change it to Admiral. You've got to do that in-game now because of the way that the maps load. That's how we're able to have the different era starts for everything. And I'm going to turn on Cruel AI right away. Which is maybe a bad idea. But let's take a look at how we have the galaxy right now. So, as people noticed while I was resetting it, the south is mostly cut off as you go through some of the later eras. Because it's basically just all New Republic stuff. Having Corellia here and having the Hutts here does help a bit. But it'd just be a bunch of other planets that aren't really relevant to the eras. As you go through eras like 6, 7, and then 8 and on, the south comes back, as we have like less we have to do with the deep core and stuff. But you do shift a little bit more to the north, and there will be some weirdness with starting forces and structures, because Bob and I are still working on a lot of that. There's a few automatically generated things as well. There are Hutts on the Hutt planets. We do have some Hutt assets in game because Sky has been working on a ton of them, getting like most of the faction done. So the 0.3 releases will have 4-ish new units for the Hutts. And they'll at least have their territory. They won't be active yet, they won't be fully fleshed out yet, but they'll be slowly introduced more. But yeah, we do want to take a look at what we want to build up. So Bothawi, you can get some credits. Commodore, you can get some credits. Zeltros, do you want credits? Not really. Onderon, you want an ion cannon. Let's move the Zeltros fleet up here. And I think we can actually get Balmora for free. I think it is emptied out. But Kuat is probably another place we want to defend. Because we are, I think, going to lose Coruscant pretty quickly. There's some trouble brewing, Commander. Intelligence reports are incomplete, but it seems the warlords have put aside their differences and are gathering a powerful fleet to attack Coruscant. We've already begun the evacuation, but I fear there are dark days ahead. Metalos and Chalceddy are probably things you want to defend as well.
Beginning construction. Building started.
And Argao is already taxed. Maybe we'll be able to hold the line here. Look, what do you think the Imperials are in this period? They're a bunch of dark side force users. They're warlocks. Alright, so this is one of the older story missions in the mod that some people may not be familiar with if you've never done the particularly the Era 3, or rather Era 4 starts or Operation Shadowhand. But we do have Joel working on a bunch of new ones as well, so Point 3 and Fall of the Republic especially will have a lot of new story stuff to do. Coruscant is surrounded. Our defenses have been forced to retreat. We estimate that I couldn't read that because I wasn't paying attention. We'll be pulling out tonight. We have no choice. The last ships are fleeing while we speak, but they need more time. We don't want Coruscant destroyed too. When all the Empire wants is to destroy us, once we're off planet, the populace ought to be safe enough. Please turn around.
I read you. Reporting in. Moving ahead.
I'm gonna try to turn around and not lose Bel Iblis on this. Like, this is a battle that you're technically supposed to lose. You can win. I don't know if we're gonna be able to win with what we have. But like, we have a nice Bel Iblis command tier. Nice tier 2. New ships. Do we have any of the new ships here?
Adjusting course.
Yeah, we have the Polaris. Ina's back. Little Russia. I guess, I'm not sure if it's Belarus, like real world stuff, or Polaris cruiser because Star Wars is fake. I don't know.
How can I help? On the move. Cannons armed.
But you'll see the... So I think the new units that we're going to see are the Belarus, the Assault Frigate Mark II, the Warrior, the Agave. I think there might be another one.
Ready and willing.
Y-wing standing by.
It's the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Yes, sir.
Party starters here, just in case they were going to retreat. Assault Frigate Mark 1. Okay, you have no name.
At your disposal.
Garm Bel Iblis. Garm Bel Iblis here. Yes, there's a new ground unit. There's a couple new ground units. One of them you probably aren't going to see, despite Nemesis is begging. The Turbo Blimp
Ready for action.
will not be in this campaign. There is the SRV.
Bombers at the ready.
There are a few new Imperial units as well, so we'll see. Alright.
Reporting.
The Praetor is an issue there. Alright, let's see if we can...
Going for their lasers.
Squadron reporting. Bombers reporting in. Starting my
See if we can get to the...
Roger that.
Get to the Allegiance.
Y-wing here.
Because by the time that's in range of the Empress, we should be able to get the rest of those ships in.
Standing by.
Alright, E-Wings, X-Wings,
Ready for
your
order.
escorts.
Target confirmed. Reporting in.
It's a chonky battle, so it's going to be
Good is gone.
a few laggy bits. I'd get less lag if I just turned off my
I'm on.
hardware mouse setting. But I don't like having the game up in the corner, and it feels weird.
MC-90 Star Cruiser reporting.
Dauntless heavy cruiser reporting.
You have no name. Do you have a name? No, you're just
Be of
MC90.
service.
Assault frigate here. Form up. Making some hits.
A-Wings, you can go in as well. CR90, or not CR90s.
I'm here. Ready for command.
MC80s.
Standing by.
Enemy fighters on me.
I'm not sure what the pop cap of the fleet actually is, because I think it's over 300.
Space station.
I also think there's a second wave. I've never really bothered trying to win. Oh, they're Black Wolves. Alright. Shields are going on the Allegiance.
I can't see him.
Fighters.
Lasers linked and ready.
Cruise on. Responding. On my way.
Alright. That's coming in.
Loosen up. I've got one on me.
Like, the Secutors are kind of flimsy compared to the Praetor that's going to be coming up. So, we might be able to kill some of those.
Get him off me.
I'm just going to focus on the Allegiance.
Got one.
They've got a target. Ready and willing. Squad, I need help.
Alright, if we come around the edge on this and get the ships to start attacking
Ready. Open fire.
those guys... Alright, Little Russia, you're going to go on to that Allegiance. Elibeth, you're going to stay far back enough.
Need something.
And I'm going to move you up to the side so that we can turn on
Can't see him.
some missile defense if we need to.
Aim for the lasers.
Form up.
Alright, X-Wings.
Fire at will.
There's enough of their fighters in range.
Encountering resistance. Command available.
I can't take another hit like
I'll switch the B-Wings over to Secutors as well.
MC90 Star Cruiser reporting.
I've got one on me.
Them clustering like that is going to be very bad for them.
Roger that.
Man has authorized withdrawal. Retreat. In our moment of triumph,
Target those lasers. Hold it.
I think you overestimate their chances.
Creep through full throttle.
Enemy fighters on me. Enemy fighters incoming.
I don't want to give too many specific orders right now because the bombers tend to distribute pretty well. But we should be able to give the assault frigates
They've got a target.
Enemy spotted.
a bit more. Alright, K-Wings, you're going to switch over to the next side as well.
Copy.
And then you all get some powder weapons going.
Power.
How can we be of service?
How are the shields on the Empress?
I don't see 'em.
See, if this guy really wanted to be useful, he'd tell me that I can use tactics to defeat the enemy.
Prepare for combat.
I copy.
Where are you?
I've got my approach.
And that sometimes retreat is a viable tactic, or whatever they like to say.
Reporting.
Alright, bombers onto this side, all of you.
I'm in range. Then hit. Formation. I've got a fix. I can't see him.
Those shields are mostly down. We've almost lost the shields on our... Or actually, no, we really haven't.
Waiting order.
The fact that for whatever reason it spawns these battlecruisers up farther than the rest of the fleet is the thing that probably helps us the most in this battle. We do need to make sure that we don't let the...
Yes, sir.
Uh,
Await your orders.
We don't let their fighters and bombers multiply too much.
Enemy fighters incoming.
Weapons charged.
Weapons armed.
So I want to target
Ready and willing.
those a little bit. Make sure we keep the shields up on you. Alright, and...
Creep through full throttle. I've got it right here.
Loud and clear.
The MC90 shields are good.
Watch your six.
MC90 Star Cruiser reporting.
Watch your six.
Reporting.
Stay in attack formation.
We have them
All right.
in sight.
That's all gonna die. Beliblis, are you in range to actually shoot right now? I don't know if you are. You're not. I don't want him to be too far up. But we can move Venus back up here.
Cruiser reporting.
Rogue Squadron, come help clean up what's up there. And we got some nice BTLBs. Nice Imperial BTLBs coming to help them. Okay, A-Wings, pretend this is squadrons. You're going after the TIE Defenders.
Hold on.
Alright.
Our space
Praetor
station
being
attack.
I got one on me.
in existence is a problem. This is such a big fleet. Why's the Empire got to do this to me?
Excellent shot. Reporting. Fire.
How can we be of service?
Alright, I'm gonna power to shields while we can,
Ready
and I'm gonna move the MC-90 back a little bit.
MC
It doesn't need to be up front for this anymore.
Waiting orders.
I'm in range.
Lasers are our target.
'Cause, like, if we can hold on to the MC-90, that'd be really nice.
Fire on their laser cannons.
Okay, so I did send you back. I'm gonna get you to power to weapons on there.
Frigate
You
reporting.
guys... Most of you use power weapons already, but I
Ready
can
to engage.
split you up to some other
Weapons armed.
targets manually right now. Once they killed the Allegiance, they were definitely gonna anyways. But we'll get a little bit of extra damage out.
The lasers are our target. Awaiting orders. Target those lasers.
And...
Target confirmed. Destroy the torpedo launchers.
Open fire on those
like,
laser
even if they get through the Empress,
Our
for this mission we
target
do have 2
is
Golden
laser
3s as
cannons.
well.
Where to, Commander?
What are your orders?
Stations on
Gun
standby.
belt.
Okay, Ion Blast.
Cruiser ready.
I didn't recognize that
Yes,
icon.
Commander. The laser banks are your primary target.
Alright, those should die pretty quickly, but I need to make sure that we don't let
Reporting in.
these bombers through.
Yes, Commander.
E-Wings
Attack that
on
target.
there.
That's got him.
Corona-class frigate reporting.
Y-Wings get in.
Lasers.
Actually, that's the clusteriest section there, so get in back there.
How
You,
can
fact,
we be
you
of
still got
service?
shields that are fine.
Increase power to weapons.
Mon calamari cruiser ready.
Assault frigate here.
They are still... Okay, they're still going to be attacking different targets. Okay.
I've been hit. Hold on.
I'm really not sure how we're gonna do with Cruelon. There is gonna be probably a little bit of cheating from me because some of the patron units are from things that unlock a bit later, but only 2 or 3 per class, so I'm not that concerned about it. Sometimes I wait until I've done the research, but a lot of those systems are also in the middle of being retooled anyways,
Wing squadron reporting.
so you can all
Ready.
put an asterisk on it if I would.
Squadron reporting. I got one on me.
Okay, there's a cluster of bombers coming up.
MC-90 Star Cruiser reporting. Order confirmed.
Okay. Let's turn you guys around.
Reinforcements en route.
Right away.
Dauntless here.
Behind me.
And what reinforcements are we getting? Was that a CR-90?
Cruiser standing by.
Oh, I don't know if you're going to be able to hear that. There's some work going on outside apparently,
Ready for action.
which is kind of annoying, but I don't think it's too loud. I think we need to get the bombers over to that one, that ISD.
Ready for Need help.
How can we be of service? Awaiting orders.
Reporting for duty, Commander.
Ready and willing.
I got one on me.
Engage.
Alright. That should be safe.
They're coming around.
here I am thinking of this as some big victory when there's still, like, the galaxy's largest fleet coming towards me. If we can actually kill that strike cruiser, that'd be a nice win, too. Yeah, I'm gonna move the fighters and bombers back into cover of the station. Like, if we play too far forward, then they have enough fighters and bombers up there that it's just gonna be a sacrifice. Alright, you get out there. You get out there. You guys are still in reasonable range of the station. We should be able to get these fighters and bombers that are over here. Where's another CR-90? We have anyone back here? Yeah, you're going up there. We have been brainstorming for a while some options to make fighters and not fighters and bombers, to make corvettes more visible. So that's hopefully something that we'll be getting to in this release. Just some like underlay stuff, nothing super complex that can be hidden is the goal. It almost feels like we're playing survival mode. Alright, these guys won't last super long. And I really want to get to those ISDs that are right there. But with all the fighters that are around them, I don't want to do it too soon. Like, we'll probably want the support of the CR-90s and the station. They don't have to be in for forever, just killing the two ISDs. Right, we do want to destroy those fighters before they get in. Alright. You guys should be okay to turn around now.
MC-90 Star Cruiser reporting. On our way.
That should give the MC-90 a good angle on the Star Destroyers without distracting anything. Thank you, Birchie, for subscribing. Appreciate it. And I'm sorry for pronouncing it that way if that's not the correct way.
How can we be of service?
Awaiting orders.
Okay, that strike cruiser's dead. The dreadnought's gonna be dead. This ISD's at half shields. They're running out to meet some bombers.
Ready and willing.
All right, let's get our fighters and bombers into the
Corona-class frigate report.
into the ISDs.
I'll take care of it.
So that's what, 4 ISDs, the precursors. Which media is this event from? Technically Dark Empire era stuff.
MC-90 Star Cruiser reporting.
Open fire on those laser cannons.
Locking on.
Decoding transmission. Roger that.
Alright. That strike cruiser's dying.
Initiating attack.
If we kill all the strike cruisers, that's a moral victory. Because we're a bunch of woke moralists now.
How can we be of service?
Ready for action. Form up.
Reporting in.
Alright, Garm, Mr. President, it's time to turn around.
Our target priority is the laser cannons.
Ready and willing.
I think the MC-90 has enough heavy weapons
For the new
that we can just
Republic.
try to stay a little bit back here.
Roger that. Imperial spotted.
And
I'm in range. Targeting.
Ready to connect.
the lack of shields on them is not ideal. These are both just regular MC-90s.
Receiving your transmission. transmission.
His back is still sitting there. We've got a lot of the little guys out. Ooh, there's some anti-fighter that's going to be in that area.
Warm up. We're going in. Station
How
ready.
can I help?
Alright, get back to the Golans.
MC-90 Star Cruiser reporting. Can't hold on. I can't take another hit like that. With all speed.
I've been hit.
I wonder if I can get back to the Golans.
I'm at your disposal. Proceeding.
Valuable is Dreadnought the best bonus for pop value? I mean, he's got to be close. Tier 2 in a Dreadnought is really good.
I can't see him.
Dauntless heavy cruiser reporting.
Thank you, Laughing Goblins, for subscribing. Appreciate it.
How can we be of service?
Okay, this is where we start losing some ships, I think.
Orbital command available.
Our engines are damaged.
What's the plan?
Alright, let's see if we can get what's left back.
Repairing.
Copy.
Squad, I need help.
Roger that. Our engine is down.
Like, they're gonna take a little bit of time to get through
MC-90
the
Star
station at
Cruiser
least.
Warm up. Consider it done. At your
Retreat phase 1 is underway.
I copy.
Anyone else see him?
Reporting.
Target
Target those lasers.
Where are you?
Targeting at maximum firepower.
Got one on me.
Okay, Rogue Squadron back up too.
Decrease to full throttle. Awaiting orders.
How's your shields? Your shields are fine.
Commander,
Where's the other MC-80? I think it's under the station.
Copy.
Okay, yeah, it's even better off.
Proceeding to location.
I've got one on me. I've got one on me.
How can we be of service?
Receiving message. I'm in range.
Enemy fighters on me.
We have disabled
I don't know
the
if
laser.
killing a single procurator is what we want.
Decrease to full throttle.
God, that IST is super low. Alright,
Ready and willing. Incoming.
fighters and bombers, everyone just get back.
We have lost our hangars, but we can still fight.
Decoding transmission. Locked on.
I'm under attack.
yes, Commander.
Reporting. Stay in attack formation.
Cruiser ready.
Awaiting orders. Heading to destination.
Our laser
Alright, I should move you further back.
I can do that.
I'm losing my engine.
Yes, sir.
Can't see him.
Copy. Primary drive system is down.
I've lost engine 2. One.
A lot of these are pretty weak.
Weapons online.
Behind me.
I hear you loud and clear.
I copy.
How is the fighter production for them? I don't think they actually have that many reserves.
Station ready.
Well, we can at least kill this precursor on this phase.
Waiting orders. The lasers are our target. I can't see him. Reporting. Yes, Commander. They've disabled our lasers. Moving
Get in further.
Frigate reporting.
I'm gonna try to position you over there.
Roger that. Our engine is down. Ready. Cruiser standing by.
Commander on deck.
Cruiser responding.
They're all pretty high,
It's no good. I can't maneuver.
pretty high shields.
Orbital
Like, they're still going to take a bit of damage as they come past... the station. We have a decent amount of health left on it, and they're going to get in range of the Golan. Like, they have a pretty long approach still.
On your order.
But I'd like it if these fighters came back. Oh, shit. Party starter is,
You go.
Party starter's still up there.
Right away.
Didn't notice it under the station.
With haste.
The big concern I do have is the fighters. Considered updating the operator engines because they can trigger typical photo. That's not a thing we've ever been told before, but we can look into it. So it's not a thing we've considered, technically.
Ready for action.
All stations on standby.
This isn't looking good. Our shields are down.
Okay, this coming in there is great. And these fighters are actually all kind of in range of stuff right now.
They're hitting our lasers.
The torpedo launchers are gone. Yes, Commander. I've got a fix.
YouTube doesn't alert me when there's a reply to another comment, and I also get a bunch of comments that are just porn bots too, that drown out actual comments. So, something being in the comments doesn't necessarily guarantee that I've seen it. I try to read all the comments I can, but it's not always reasonable. Especially when it gets drowned out by porn bots.
Try not to let one on your tail. Roger that. Ready to fire. Stay in attack formation. Enemy unit disabled. Stay in attack formation.
Reinforcements are needed.
I'm in range. I'm in range. Form up.
Weapons armed.
Got one.
Like, EaW isn't a game that has many built-in options for ways to support additional accessibility features
Copy.
for pretty much any category, so it can be difficult.
Got one.
Ready to come
Come on.
Squadron reporting. Can anyone else see him?
Reinforcements are needed.
Right, the Golan is doing its best, but I don't know how well that's going to really be able to hold out. Like, one of the biggest things with that is faction colors and being able to support, like, colorblind modes, where it's not even like Hearts of Iron or whatever, where you have additional ways beyond just the solid color where you can do, like, stripes and everything. Kind of annoying.
Cruiser ready.
There's the Belarus. I think the model is a Ceratul and texture with Sky for this. Offhand.
What weapons?
Possible Sky did model and texture? I don't think so, though.
The enemy has got locked. I'm in bad shape.
Weapons operational. Open fire on those laser cannons. Waiting orders.
If I'd brought in the fleet from, like, Calcetti or Metalos, I think there's other fleets somewhere. It would have been nice.
Look out.
I haven't actually played much Hoi. Like, I played more EU than Hearts of Iron. I did do, like, one
Got one on me.
Hoi series on the channel.
On calamari cruiser here. On calamari cruiser ready.
I can't see him.
Ready for
orders. Let's get this thing moving.
Primary drive system is down.
Right away.
Space station under attack.
Form up.
We're close to the retreat line.
All craft engaged.
Stations on standby.
Heck.
Awaiting order.
I can't hold out.
Prepare for jump to hyperspace.
All right, not a win, but I'll take it as a win. Like, it's not a win in the sense of them all blowing up, but it's a moral victory in terms of what we've killed. The real question is, are you gonna live? Maybe.
We've lost our turbolaser.
We've lost our turbolaser. Have I played any squadrons? I fucking love squadrons. Me and Eckhart's Ladder, oh my god, the old model. Me and Eckhart's Ladder both put it as like our top game on our tier list for when we did the game rankings a couple of weeks ago. Oh, they got the whole thing back. Wow. Right, that's gonna be worth a save, I think. I want to reinforce some of the territory around Bilbringi. Like, there's the 3 planets that are kind of up in the middle of the Empire and Panistar alignment that we might have to, like, sacrifice, but I'd rather not. Hut space is going to be pretty easy for us to take while the huts are unfleshed. So that's going to be the core of the territory that we're able to hold, depending on how the actual core goes. But we'll have to see how that goes. So, I guess while it's saving, I should say that next week is going to be a little bit different from what's normally done. We're going to record 2 episodes here today. Then Monday and Tuesday, we're going to be recording Empire and New Republic episodes in that order. So Monday afternoon, Empire. Tuesday afternoon is when we're going to be doing the next New Republic playthrough stuff. But then Friday, the live stream on Friday is going to be on YouTube. Doing the first full survival mode game. So that's the plan for next week.
Planetary control achieved.
See, we lose Coruscant for that. Zinj's overreaching has left our new empire in ruin. We must submit to the true empire. Zinj's forces will join the highest legitimacy imperial faction at the end of the week. That... We might want to set up a fleet to come in the south here as well.
We're moving now.
On our way. Order.
Like, the independent Corellian territory is also going to be a bit of a defensive line for us. Because we should be able to go in through Calm. Yeah, Zinj himself is dead. But Zinj's empire does have a little bit of straggler territory left. So Exilla and Selenon. Which, I mean, if you want to play that, I think you can. So, you want to have that kind of thing going on. Okay, what's our command staff look like right now? We have Akbar, Iblis, and let's see. I'm gonna put up a poll, and the top 2 are gonna go in. I don't know if like Triton's here or something. I think he is. So I might have to edit part of this out. Hey, the last poll was who should command the Southern Fleet, and now it's who should command the Southern Fleet. So who do we got? We got Drayson. We have Grant. We have Zov. We have Burke. Talon, Ragab, Grant, Nance, and Dorat. Okay. I'll put in some combination of those. Grant, Dorat, Grayson, Burke, Zov. And I'm going to have the duration of that be 2 minutes. You know what? I'm going to do 1 minute. And people can rig that if they want. I have a feeling that Grant is probably going to win. Oh, that was actually faster than I thought. I might not need to edit that out. There's 2 open slots right now. So if people are really assuming that Grant's going to win, they can strategically vote and put another one in charge. So it looks like Grant and Burke so far. Maybe I'll hire one now and then save some money and hire the next one after. Alright, I think having a Golem 3 on Orinda is less important than having the ion cannon. Changed my mind. Yunkor would be another relatively simple one for us to grab. We just don't have many ground forces in the area, because that's part of the ground forces we haven't set up yet. Alright, let's get an SRV-1, get the infiltrator platoon. I'm not sure how well those work currently. B-Wing group. And we can't get the forces out of Argao is the problem. Alright, looks like we have Grant in command. Grant's in command. And in the next episode, we'll probably do a vote for the Supreme Chancellor, or the Chief of State. Because we're only on month 2, it'll be a while before it's actually in. Or, like, it'll be a little while before the actual election, it's fine. Alright, Grant, you should be the savior we need.
On my way.
That would be quick. Like, this is a really good fleet. And I was actually able to put in a good chunk of the patron requested units as starting forces. There's only a few that aren't built already. You can see here, it's mostly capital ships. And that includes some MMSDs. We are going to buy all of them, but it'll be much faster than the Imperial campaign for that. Alright, let's get a Pathfinder in there. It captured Midas. Trust the Midas touch. And with our first money from next week, we're going to get an ion cannon on Coruscant so we can try to alleviate this problem. I don't want to go too deep into the deep core. I am actually going to try to bait out a nice little eclipse for us. Thank you for subscribing, Toby. Appreciate it.
Enemy forces ahead.
What's the SRV's role, and is it a replacement for anything? I think it's anti-infantry with the heal. I haven't actually used it yet in-game, and I didn't plan any of this. I don't typically plan infantry or any unit stats directly anymore, other than like EOTH and Hapens. I do some niche faction stuff, so I'm going to find it when everyone else does. There will be New Republic units that replace other ones, but we haven't done the roster reorganization for them yet, so everything's going to be a pile there. Let's get Fairweather Friends. Let's get Mr. Grant. We have Hephaestus Hope. We have that Quasar. We have Magic School Bus. We have Prosperous Unification. So this is how Liberty dies. Acreage coming your way. Better than the Liberty. Regular MC-30. Regular Dreadnought. Boring. Any of you other ones' names? Don't forget about me. I almost did. No regrets. Cheesecake. Marauder Cruiser. I think I spelled cheesecake wrong when I typed it in. Boring Assault Frigate Mark 1. Nebulon Beast Support Frigate. There we go.
The lasers are our target. Do you have something to report? Weapons ready.
Alright, they're gone. Does the Eclipse have a new model? New model isn't done yet. It'll probably be a long time before it's actually done.
Yes, sir. We are moving to engage.
MC-90 Star Cruiser report.
Same thing with the Sovereign.
Commander.
I'm in range. I'm in Watch your 6.
Read aborted.
Bombers reporting in.
We're ready, Admiral.
On what map will Zero Command be factored be on?
Reporting in.
They're on a few. Fair amount of the early progressives. I don't have a list of the specific ones, but most of the early ones their territory should be on.
Ready and willing.
This is just bullying at this point.
Dauntless here. Engaging the enemy. Yes, Cruiser standing by. Standing by.
Alright, so we're gonna take calm, but we're gonna be calm about it. And we're not gonna push too much farther than that. We're gonna try to build it up for defenses. And I'm not sure where we're going to go into first, but we need to build up a good amount of stuff before anything bad happens. But I think that actually is going to do it for our first episode here. We are going to record one more here on Twitch, but for those of you watching on YouTube, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed the start of the series, and hope to see you tomorrow for next episode. Bye, everyone.